Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG, and we're located on the south spawn of Mountain Pass. And the name of the commander is Marin Sigel. And the clock is ticking down and he's starting. Well, you can see there's one mark of excellence on his barrel. And it looks like he's going to move up the hill to fire. Won't stop for a Yank Panther to get through. The Hummel is based on a 15cm gun mounted on the chassis of a Panzer III-4, or rather a Panzer IV with Panzer III running gear. The Germans were using a lot of equipment which they had available that they were manufacturing in quantity, and the Hummel was quite a good idea, but Hitler wasn't too keen on it being called a bumblebee, because that's what Hummel means, a bumblebee. So after a while he said drop the name Hummel and they just call it the Panzer IV SPG. Oh my god, look at that snapshot! He managed to get a 244 hit point hit on that IS in just a snap. Excellent shot. Okay, he's going after a poodle. He's dialed in, but just waiting for the reload to go in. Okay, he's waiting for a sign on it. I think it's still there. I think he could easily fire that shot. The only problem is, of course, he's only got 18 rounds in total to fire. Yes, the poodle was still there, and he gets a nice hit. 339 hit points. And the poodle's taking fire, so he's picking up stun assist. And that was another round went in from his teammate in the other Arty, and that was a GW Panther. He's changing his position because you don't want to get counter-batteried. Finding it difficult to climb up that rock face, it's a bit too steep. Okay, so he's going to go where he is, and there's a target there, VK100-01P. And just short of that, there was another target. That's the, in fact, I'm not sure what that was. Actually, a strip, I think it may have been. And he fires around it. Unfortunately, that T-34 had already been taken out, so that was a wasted shot. Yes, it was a strip. Strip 74, the Tier 6 Swedish medium. Unfortunately, he just killed our P-43. Now, he's going to try and fire just behind that rock, but no, he's given up on that. He's got a more immediate target to concern about. That's the T-29, which is coming up the ice road path. In fact, there's nobody else blocking that shot, and an IKV is coming back to help. It's just him and his teammate in the GW Panther. But they're going to have a go at that VK100-01P. Fires around in, it lands short and does 20 hit points of damage from the splash alone. The strip's still there. Oh, there's the Su-8, the enemy Arty, or one of them, and he's taken fire. In fact, the forces in the Western Pass have made their way quite a long way up now. And there's a box tank, and he could do an awful lot of damage to that box tank, but waiting for the reload, round out, straight away. Oh, good shot! 311 hit points there, lands right on top of the turret. But that T-29 has got to be getting close now. So he's going to have to reposition to avoid getting taken out by the T-29. Now what he's doing is going over this side of the hill. That means just in case the enemy does turn up, the GW Panther will spot him, but he's got an escape route. He can head north. There's a Hellcat sitting up on top of the plateau, or the rise. Fires around in, and yes, he splashes the Hellcat, gets some stun. I can hear engine noises. Something's manoeuvring, and it may be the box tank that we're hearing. There's the VK100-01. Su-100 is going in to kill him. Dials around in. He has been spotted. It's the T-29. He uses his escape route, and he's going to dash down the cliff and run for the bridge road. It's the quickest way to get away from the T-29. Unfortunately, our GW Panther is about to get killed. He's right on the edge of that cliff, I think. Yes, he has been killed. In fact, actually, he went over the edge of the cliff and he drowned. Instead of dying to the Jagdpanther. Sometimes that, you know, it doesn't work out. He's trying to cling onto the cliff to shoot some enemy. But it looks like he's going to... Is he going to go up the ice road this way? It's going to be difficult. Ouch. Oh, no, he did damage himself and he's lost his loader, or one of them. He's got 2 loaders in this vehicle. But he's put the loaders back in. And it looks like he's going to try and head down to the end here of the ice road and shoot back into the cap. The Scorpion G is going back as well. The enemy, you've got 3 in the cap. If the Scorpion can get a reset, he'll get in position, then he can start firing into the cap. The ISM's come back. The Oni is trying to deal with the VK-101 at the other end. Okay, from here he can hit the enemy GW. It's the enemy GW Panther. Would you believe it? Their Arties come all the way down. He fires around in. Oh, big hit! Big hit. I think actually that reset the cap. I think it did. So it looks like he might have a Defender medal off that alone. Okay, now the ISM's come down because Scorpion G was taken out. Now, if he can tell us where the enemy is, he thinks he's there. He's marked his target where he thinks the enemy is. But once he can get confirmation from the ISM, there's the... Oh, they've gone closer. And he's not... He cannot get a shot on them. He's going to have to move wider to get a shot on them. He needs to get over by that rock over the other side. And, oh, they're about to end the cap. Oh, the ISM managed to get a reset. He's going to have to move further over. The ISM's taking fire from them. Yep, okay, it's not a rock actually, it's a shed. But he can hit them from here. At least he can splash them, dialing in his aim. The ISM took another hit. The Jagdpanther's gone. He needs to move even further over to get at the Churchill 7. Mind the water, don't go in the water. The Churchill 7's only got 48 hit points left. Virtually nothing. And he can hit him just. It's going to be a difficult shot. Oh, he's moving closer. That's going to be difficult. Okay, we lost the ISM, but he can splash the Churchill from here. Dials in and rounds out. Oh no, he hit the rock face. And it looks like he's the last one alive. He's all alone. He just did a quick check behind him to see if he can... if there was anybody coming up the ice road. The VK-101 managed to defend against their attack force. Now he's estimating where the Churchill was last seen. He fires around in and he kills the Churchill. Well, he killed the T-29. So there's only 2 enemies left and one of them is capping, but he doesn't know where they are. So he's going to have to go up and peek. And this may be very dangerous because if he does peek and they see him, and they more than likely will see him, then... Oh! One of them's come out the cap. One of them's come out the cap, so they're probably coming in this direction. And he can't see them. Oh! It's the Churchill's there! He can see the Churchill. Okay. Aiming. It kills him with a splash shot. Only 4 hit points, but that's all it was. But there's only one enemy tank remaining. That's the VK-101P. And he was at the other end when you last saw him. Now, I think he's going to be probably taking the west route round. He's only got a quarter of his health left. I think what he's going to do here, Marin's going to do, is he's going to set up an ambush. He's going to ambush that VK as he comes to the cap, hit him. He's got a 26 second reload on this 15cm howitzer. Now, if he can't get enough of the first shot, and there's the enemy. Oh, and he's been seen, and the enemy shot at him. Now he's going to have to use these wrecks as cover. He fires a shot in. It's not enough. 260 hit points, so he needs to stay in cover to stop that VK from killing him. But the VK is now basically close to a one-shot. Probably not a one-shot, but close. It might have been better if he'd used the bushes to fire at the VK, pulled back a little and then hit him, and then he could have got the reload in. But what he's going to do is he's trying to entice the VK to come after him. Now, if that cap counter stops, we know the VK is headed this direction. If it continues, we know the VK is just going to try and cap and force Marin to come back. Yep, it looks like that's what he's going to try and do, and he's going to wait until Marin appears and then try and shoot him. So he can use that rock as cover, and that's precisely what he's doing. He's trying to work out the angles to see if he can keep in cover until the VK comes inside. He's been spotted. Okay, the VK did see him. There he is. There's the VK. Okay, now he knows where the VK is. Lines up the shots and fires around in. 54 hit points. It's not enough, but he is now one shot. He's definitely a one shot, so he's going to wait the reload. He's reset the cap again. He's turning around just in case the VK comes after him. But the VK's not coming after him. No, he is. The VK is definitely coming after him. So he's going to set up an ambush. And I think, yeah, he's going to do it from this corner. It's a wise decision because there's plenty of bushes here. Turning around. The VK might think that he's actually trying to run away. But he's setting himself up for a nice little ambush. The moment he can see the VK. And that's a kill shot! 219 hit points. Never say die, never surrender, never suicide. We fight to win. That's what an Arty does. And he won. He won that against the odds. He was facing multiple enemies. And all alone, he still did it. Well done, Marin. Great battle. Very enjoyable. Fantastic. So let's have a look at the end of battle results. And it's an ace tanker for Marin Sigel in the Hummel. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits and a Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else. At least 6 tanks taken out by other members of his team. And he did pick up a Defender for getting at least 70 cap points or defense points on the cap, and I think he probably got 100 actually, because he reset the cap enough times when it was quite a long way along. So I think it will show 100 because it's the maximum it can show. Let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he did third on the damage, 2,418 hit points. He was beaten by the Scorpion G, who managed 3,494. So that's a really good result there, third place. But when it came to kills, he was second on his team with 3. The ISM managed to get 4 kills in the end. But when it came to base XP, he was right at the top of the table with 1,203. And boy, did he deserve it, because he carried his team at the end and he won for them. So let's have a look at the detail report. He fired 15 rounds, got 9 direct hits, 9 penetrations, 5 splash, damage of 2,418 hit points, of which 1,881 were at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy, he killed 3 of the enemy. He also did stun assistance damage of 843 hit points off 11 stuns, and yes, he did get 100 defense points because he hit the enemy enough times when they were capping to make sure that he got that medal as well. On a standard account, this is a standard account, he got 40,209 credits. That is unbelievable. If he had had a premium account, he would have got 60,000 credits for one battle alone. And after repair, ammunition and consumables, he still had 16,929 credits. He received 1,203 base XP. Base XP. That's a huge total. And there was no multiplier, so that's all he got. But what a battle it was. Against the odds, he still managed to survive. That VK had more than a quarter of its health left when it came back to the cap to try and stop him from capping and getting the killing the Churchill. But he managed to finish off the enemy even when his teammates couldn't, and he did it all alone in an Arty with an incredibly long reload, 26 seconds to reload that howitzer. But he still did it, because he did not say, I'm going to suicide, I'm going to surrender. What he did is he fought, and he fought to the win, and he won. So congratulations, Marion. That was a really good battle, and thank you so much for sharing this replay with us. It was a really good battle indeed. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.